right, boys and girls, I'm going to have your substitute pause this video and give you 7 minutes to answer both of these questions. At the end of 7 minutes, she's going to press play. At the end of 7 minutes, she's going to have one of you come up and teach the first one. Someone else can come teach the second one. And then we will press play, and then I will go over the explanations as well before we get into our math lesson for today. All right, boys and girls, hopefully someone was able to come up and teach both of these. I know that they are new concepts for you, but hopefully someone was able to come up and show you these answers. And now let's go through them together so that we are all on the same page, making sure that it was done correctly. Okay. So Scott drank 3 5/10 bottles of water yesterday. Each bottle, so every bottle, contained 1 2/10 pints of water. So I want to know, what was the number of pints of water that Scott drank yesterday? So in total. So if I have 3 1/2 bottles, and every single one of those bottles has 1 2/10, I want to multiply to get my answer. Okay? So when I multiply with decimals, I start off multiplying just like I would with any other number. Okay? So please do not worry about the decimals right now. What I mean is, I know that 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. I'm not going to put a decimal here. You know that when we are adding and subtracting, your decimal stays the same. When I am multiplying and dividing, my decimal does not stay the same. Okay? So I line them up right here nicely together, but my answers, I'm going to show you what we do with the decimal. Okay? So just like normal, I put my 0 here, my placeholder, because now I'm moving into the tens. 1 times 5, 5. 1 times 3 is 3. Just like normal, I'm adding them together. Again, do not worry about that decimal. 0 plus 0, 0. 7 plus 5 is 12. Move my 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. I have 420. Okay? So that automatically tells you it's not going to be A, and it's also not going to be C, but I don't know which one of these it is. Okay. Here's where our decimal comes into play. I'm going to count the spaces that my decimal is and use it over here. 1, that's 1 space. 2. So I'm going to go down here, I'm going to go 1, 2, and put my decimal right there, giving me B. Okay? So again, when we are multiplying with our decimals, we're not doing it lining up the decimals for our answers and that, because if I did that, it would be all weird and it would be 42.0, which is not the answer. My answer is 4 2/10. So what we need to make sure that we know how to do is count our spaces. 1 space for a decimal, 2 spaces, and then I go over 1, 2. Okay? Let's look at number 9. Number 9 says that Freddie exercised 2 5/10 hours per day. So every day for 4 days, he did 2 5/10 hours. Okay? He then burned 330 calories per hour. So every hour that he exercised, he burned this many calories. So I need to know, how many calories did he burn by exercising last week? So this is a multi-step problem. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2 5/10 and I'm going to multiply that by 4. 4 is a whole number, right? I could easily do this. 4 and 0/10. That's still 4. And now I'm going to multiply like normal and then move my decimal place. Okay? 0 times 5 is 0, and then 0 times 2 is 0. Here's my moving it over. 4 times 5 is 20. Here's my 0, and here's my 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 gives me 10. And my decimal goes 1, 2. So 1, 2. And that's going to be my decimal point. The reason why I didn't have to add these like I did up here, which was add my 2 numbers at the bottom, is only because it's 0, so I already know. Okay, so my answer is I know that during all those 4 days, he exercised a total of 10 hours. But now I need to take my 330, because that's how many calories per hour I burned, and I'm going to multiply that by 10, because that is going to give me how many calories total. Guys, I don't even have to go through the steps of multiplication here, because I already know that 33 times 1 is 33. And I have to add my 2 zeros. So my answer is C, 3,300 calories. How did you guys do? Were you able to know where their decimal went? Did you know that this was a 2-step problem? Show each other a thumbs up, thumbs to the side, thumbs down. How did you do?